As an undiscovered artist, I've made a bunch of videos, hopefully eventually will get out to the public, and a philosophy that I've developed over a number of situations, applied philosophy. I apply the philosophy I read to daily life. It's kind of fun. How would Aristotle see this? That's fun. Immanuel Kant, and the categorical imperatives and the maxims and the non-beings. It just gets you to think, to me. And when I see the plastic in our world that's toxic, you go in your grocery store, just take a look around. Everything is being marketed to you in plastic, so you buy more of it. It's not as expensive, and you probably buy more than you need to stimulate the economy of the corporations. I don't know how much money corporations, but they're geared on the bottom dollar. And even doctors, lawyers, people like that, have fallen into the form of unbeings or non-beings. What they're telling you is not the truth. And to discern the truth, look around you. Just take a look at your neighbor. Do you know your neighbor? Are you friends? Did you take them brownies? Or are you a separatist? And that means that you're isolated and lonely. I was, and I dyed my dogs purple just to make my days good. And it has just been an incredible journey across this country a couple times with lavender dogs, performance art, service dogs for a bipolar condition. And legally, they can say, well, what's the task of the dog? And I say, well, she's tactile stimulation for racing thoughts, because my thoughts come too fast, and she calms it. And then the other one's anxiety. I pick her up and she licks me, and it helps with my anxiety. Chinatown in New York City was quite a hit. They couldn't believe it, and they don't go by the laws. And I get that, they're ethnic, and but they let us in and we ate. And then afterwards, they came and photographed the dogs because they were so good. I don't know if my dogs have visceral reactions to art. I can't say, but one time I was in the VMFA with Charm, and she threw up in front of the gold rabbit. I thought, well, wow. And then I was at the MoMA, and Belle took a little pee after we saw the Rauschenberg goat, Tragos. I think she was so in tune with me. She just peed. She was so excited. Because she's been on an airplane, nothing ever happened. I could tell Charm liked the airplane. But so plastics, they're marketing them to you and not recycling or burning. That is an option. Just go ahead and burn it and get the expensive filtration so it doesn't. That might be the best option for right now. But anything with plastic needs to go separate from our water and food supplies. You're so worried about the COVID virus, but what about toxins in plastic? Is it causing the autism? It could be. I would say maybe yes. That's kind of a new illness since the day and age of plastics. And then there's the Roundup situation too. But the thing is that if you need to stimulate the economy by growth, more houses, more roads, and you're stimulating, that's not a good way to stimulate the economy. Go talk to Branson. He's trying to get the hell out and go to Mars. But he's got an island. He's okay. But for the rest of us living in box upon box upon box without any vacations and not enough money to even pay the rent, we might have to hook up with somebody because one person is not enough to pay the rent. And I'm into communal living. I think that's a great idea. I think everybody have a bedroom and share a bathroom. Well, maybe a bedroom and a bathroom and share a kitchen. For the time being. But because I was trained in the arts and I read ethics, I've read some Nietzsche. I have Human, All Too Human. Some of that rings true. But you can kind of choose what philosophy you think is good for you and your family and your life and making a better world. I can't think of anything Ayn Rand did except bring the attention to the individual. Sartre did that too, though. But I'm pretty sure she's not aware that she's pulling in communism. But when you focus on going to school to make money, you're not getting an education. You got to focus on your education and how to be helpful to other people, and then when you're helpful to other people, you'll get paid for it. Eviction lawyers, I'm pretty sure they're going to go by the wayside. Nobody wants a little child or family evicted. We got to figure that out. You can't evict people for being poor. Now, drugs, you might want to get them out of the neighborhood and get them help. But running a system on greed. I work at the Kroger, and the money goes in the machine so fast. And I say, that's Kroger's greed. Do you see how fast that money's going in the machine? But I would, in packaging, if we could get a slower pace, we rush, and we don't really think about decisions we make. We need to learn. It takes time to get education. I mean, that's why a PhD, you're in your 30s. And even that's a baby. I'm 52, 53. And I don't know, Johnny Depp interests me. Liam Gallagher. I don't want to name people that are not wanting to be in a video. So I'm not going to name people that I admire. Dave Matthews. Who are my artists? Lee Bonacu, Chagall, of course the Dadaists, and I don't even know what Marxism is. Honestly, I don't. I guess maybe I should study up a little bit. I'm thinking it might be in line with communism. The Shih Tzu, my aunt used to. I had all sorts of childhood experiences. I would say read Kandinsky's Concerning the Spiritual and Art. It's not the easiest to read, but it is very well written. I read it 3 times. I would sit in the bathtub, in my clawfoot bathtub, just poring over the pages. And I read Alice in Wonderland 3 times because I still don't know what he's saying. But it's there, and it's real. And I write a little bit like that. But if you ingest it, it becomes part of you. And whether or not you understand it in a linear sense, it doesn't mean it's not true. So, yeah, I want a fleet of Fords to stimulate the economy, and education for my teachers, and I want the graduate ones to make $70,000, and to start with, a PhD in each school. The schools are run by a PhD. I've had really good experience from lady PhD people in education. Mental health standards, we're going to teach. That's just part of health, is mental health. I think they can travel depending on what schools we build and the environment that is chosen, depending on whether or not Peace Corps can go in and settle the people down, and the military can guard them, make sure that we're doing the right thing for that country, to bring peace. It's like peace whether you want it. Peace out. Peace whether you want. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you.